Welcome back to Rüniverse. I'm Andrew, and in this video, I'm playing Rüniverse booster deck format against one of my friends who also picked up a Deluxe 8 starter set, and he actually did something that I mentioned on, I believe, Discord before, which is that people can contact me and get special versions of cards made for maybe like a small extra fee, just enough to cover a little bit of time to set up the files. So I'm not offering like art commissions, but if you have your own fan art, or you want to get your pet represented on a Rüniverse card or something like that, we can work out a way for you to order some Rüniverse cards and get a special version of a Rüniverse card made of basically how you want it to be, kind of. So this isn't really an official video announcing that. It's just kind of an explanation for what you might see later on in the video during our game. But to start out, I am opening up a pack here. I pause it, rewound a little bit so that we can actually go over the cards as I open it. But this is a fresh Trine Booster Deck Pack. So I'm going to be opening that, combining it with basic Trine Mages and the basic Trine Dream Deck, and then battling against my friend and one of his decks. So first up, we got one of our rares, the Citralisk. So this is just a level 2, pretty strong. You can task your mage to give it a Vim, and it gets level +2 for each of its Vims. So it's pretty hard to kill, and it can get potentially pretty big. And we got a Star Variant Grumbear, which is a nice uncommon, costs 3 for a level 4, and it has Taunt. Yanpi, like your level 4, is cheaper. Yan Flayer is an annoying thing with Ward. Fire Mote won't do anything. It's just a basic level 3. This is going way too fast. Who's opening these cards? You can see my giant hands there. So Cyclops is Taunt, so level 5, expensive, but it's got Taunt, which is nice. Boulder Strike, level 4 spell to directly dispel a creature. Behemoth is nice, level 7, and it can attack twice, or you can use it twice if you have some other thing to task it with. But level 7 is very big, but it's also very hard to bring out. It's a very inefficient number in Rüniverse, because not only do you have to do your mage can task for 3 on turn 3 or beyond, and you can assist for another 3. But then that 7th point of power is a little bit difficult. So you got to do it and throw another assist in there, and then hopefully you can make use of the remaining 2. So you got to Dispel Blast is one of our rares. You've got to dispel one of your own creatures, and then you get to attack each of an enemy mage's creatures for that creature's level, which is can be potentially powerful if the opponent has a bunch of smaller creatures out on location. Egg of Endless Magma is nice. It's only a weak level 0, so it can be hard to keep in play, but it can task to untask an ally. So if your opponent does not take out the egg, you can be attacking with extra attacks, or basically giving creatures drive, or aka haste, with the Egg of Endless Magma. Grenacnids, very simple level 1 with Taunt. Tenacity is a nice spell because it can give Vim to a creature. Sometimes that's just an extra life for one of your big beaters, and sometimes creatures actually, like with the Citralisk, which have Might, they can get bigger from the Vim, and if it's evoked by a mage with Tenacity focus, the creature gets bigger anyway. So next, a second copy of Citralisk out of one pack is nice, so you got a little bit of consistency. Yeti, another card with Vim, so it's level 5, and it gets a Vim right away. Another Vim-focused card here is the Trine Skull, because like the baby Citralisk, it just gets 1 Vim right off the bat, and it gets +1 level for each of its Vim, so it costs 2, and it's level 3. So this is a good uncommon here. On Egg of Unerring Tenacity, another Star variant, you can task it to give Vim to an ally, to have it become Vim. And Stone's Throw is better when evoked by a mage with a destruction focus, because you get a 2 power discount. But you get to choose one, dispel a relic, or attack for 2. Heat just attacks for 2 for 1. And there you go. So that's the deck I'm going to be playing against my friend Matt in our Rüniverse battle. All right, and this is the game. So you can see right off the bat, Matt has played the custom card that he made. So he wanted to make a coffee bean themed card. So I helped him go through the set and find what card would be a good coffee bean themed card. And we settled on Rift Creeper, which is a spider in Thyst. It's a rare. It's a level 1, and has the ability that you can task it and spend 2 power to roll a d6 and give your mage that much power. And again, power in Rüniverse is kind of the resource, kind of like mana or something like that. So you give up 2. So the general play pattern you want to do is to play it on turn 1, and then on turn 2, you pay your mages 2 power, and then hopefully get 3 or more power, and you can potentially play out a faster game. You can ramp up pretty early, but it is random. So he and I have an inside joke about art on sticky notes. So this is a sticky note coffee bean stuck right on the cover of over the top of the art of the card, but it's actually printed that way. It's not an actual sticky note. It's just printed right on top like that. So this is his custom coffee bean card. And again, if you're interested in making your own custom card and working with me for that and getting an alternate version of an existing card, let me know in the comments or contact me on Discord or something like that. But this video is not about that. So let's keep going. We will see he and his girlfriend shared a Deluxe 8 starter set, so they both do have a custom card, and I think we'll see her card later on. But for now, we're just playing with his against his Thyst deck. So he's also dreaming up the egg of Sagacious Bubbles, I believe. So I thought he was playing the Thyst egg, but he actually got the Saf egg in his deck, so he gets to evoke that for free and draw a card. This is a beautiful handy cam perspective here. All right, so I'm going to open a rift and draw on here. I flipped the camera around, so this is maybe going to be better. But did go ahead and get the Citralisk. All right, so I will play a mage from my hand there. So I'm playing Festus, but I don't think I have anything else to do. Okay, so I think Matt has drawn a Bond Gift, but it won't trigger. Go ahead and open a rift. Okay, so there's a close-up of Matt's location and his board there. He's played his second mage. Okay, so he's tasking Thunderdy for 2 power there and invoking Osha Shaman. Has Taunt and Defensive 3, so it takes 5 damage for me to dispel Osha Shaman on my turn. And Taunt means she's always going to be guarding pretty much. And then for Bubble, he's tasked her for 2 power and putting Aggressive Urge on the Egg of Sagacious Bubbles. So now I can attack for 3 damage. Okay, so I'm being attacked directly. Festus is going to take a damage there. And then the Coffee Bean, the Rift Creeper, is also attacking and broke another bond there. So no mages, no gifts for me there. All right, so I'm going to open my second Rift. Now that that's done, draw a card, no gift. It's got a Yampy there. All right, so I'm playing my second mage, Izusa. And then I'm assisting with Aerith. So he's going to the discard pile by to give 2 power to Izusa so she can evoke Citralisk, which is now in play. And then the Citralisk ability lets me task my mage to give him a Vim. So he gets a Vim from the top of my deck, which is just basically an extra life. If the Citralisk would die, it instead loses a Vim. But as long as it has the Vim, the Might 2 ability makes it level 4. And then I'm going to assist again to play Tenacity, which is going to be another Vim and make Citralisk into a level 7. Oh, change my mind about that. Instead, I'm going to play this Egg of Unerring Tenacity and Egg of Endless Magma. And then we'll see how I decide to guard here. So here, we've changed my mind again, and we are playing Tenacity. So good to have that level 7 Citralisk. Because Izusa is a Tenacity mage. And here I can untask and set my guard. Now the Tenacity card should be face down, though, not face up, but it doesn't really matter. All right, so Matt has opened his third Rift and drawn a card. Let's see. Okay, he's got his third mage out, who's being tasked for 3 power. This is his third turn. Got a question about the sequencing of mage phases and assisting and whatnot. This is one of Matt's first games of Rüniverse, but he does pretty well. Okay, so he's actually going to start over there, and he's attacking into the Citralisk, which was guarding. It's just going to get rid of the Vim there on the egg, and the Citralisk is no longer guarding. So the Rift Creeper is now free to attack with the Rift Creeper, which is going to break a bond. And I do hit a gift there, so I get to draw a card. Okay, and then he's going over to the other mage there and attacking Izusa again, breaking another bond. The Osha Shaman got in there for some damage. And finally with Knack, like he's going to be probably assisting, but maybe not quite yet. He's going to play Spell Sprite. And then comes the assist. And yeah, I'm pretty far behind here. I've lost 4 of him already. Or 4 bonds, rather. Okay, so he's evoking a secret, which does count as a spell. So Spell Sprite will trigger and get a Vim from the top of his deck. And he's asking, isn't Spell Sprite the first spell he played? But I remind him that in Rüniverse, spell is a spell, a creature is a creature. So unlike in Magic, where spell means pretty much anything you cast, in Rüniverse, a spell is a spell, creature is a creature, and a relic is a relic. Okay, so he's ending his turn. He's got a lot of creatures in play. The Egg of Sagacious Bubbles is a level 0, but he's still got 3 attackers. And that's going to make it tricky for me because I will get to play, open my third Rift, and I'm only going to have those 2 bonds left. Okay, so there's the Rift, and here's the draw, which is not a mage. It's a Spell Blast. Unfortunately, Matt doesn't really have creatures stacked up at any given location. So let's see if I can even survive here. Matt's come out strong with a lot of attackers. I'm only going to have 2 bonds remaining. So I'm using the egg to reinforce Citralisk and give it another 2 power because of its might and yet another life. But having 1 giant creature doesn't really necessarily help you win Rüniverse a lot of the time. So I'm getting 3 power to evoke Dispel Blast, dispelling the Citralisk, to attack each of an enemy mage's creatures for value equal to the Citralisk's level, which is going to be 7. So it loses the Vim from being dispelled, but now it's still level 7. And looks like, yeah, so I get to destroy the 2 creatures at Bubble's location there, and then Citralisk can attack her directly, break one of his bonds, which looks like it was not, oh, it is a gift, so I think he gets to draw a card. Oh, no, rather, that's Voidran, who has the Thyst gift, which is to refresh one of his dream counters, but he hasn't expended any yet. And the egg can ready the Citralisk or untask it, so it can then attack Bubble again. Because of the rules of engagement, I can't split up my attacks once I committed to that location. Spellany is yet another Thyst gift, which won't help Matt at all here. So let's see if I can survive. Play Sierra Shin here on my 3rd Rift, and Dream. I guess I'm hoping to dream up something good, maybe something with Taunt or some removal for an attacker. Okay, so that's 2 pips and 3, and Stone's Throw might help. Okay, so I'm making 3 power with Sierra Shin and assisting from hand there with Chag and Mayo. So I've got 9, 12 with Festus. So go ahead and play Yan Piece. I have 11. Now everything 4 or higher costs 1 less, so that Behemoth only costs me 6. Okay, so I got 12 minus 7, 5 remaining power. 4 of that on Yeti, again because of the EMP's reduction effect. It gets a Vim from the top of my deck. And I'm not going to be able to play that Stone's Throw, so that'll go back into my Dream deck. And yeah, the Stone's Throw could attack for 2, but that wouldn't be able to take out the Spell Sprite or the Osha Shaman on Matt's side, so it wouldn't have really helped too much. Unfortunately, I don't have a Taunter, so it's going to be hard to guard my last 2 bonds. Just kind of have to hope that he can't get rid of my guard there. So he's opened all 3 rifts already, so he just goes straight to draw, and he gets a gift, which is a Dispel gift, which does take out my Behemoth, which was my guard. So that's probably a tactical mistake there on my behalf here. I should have not guarded with my highest level creature because of the chance of the Dispel gift specifically. So there goes the Behemoth, and now I'm pretty much down to hoping for a bond gift because he's got 2 attackers and I've got 2 bonds that are not guarded. So now Matt's asking, do I have to play my turn out or do I just win here? And I should remind him that there's a possibility of a bond gift, so it is something to keep in mind. And he might want to play out his turn a bit. So his secret was a ritual, the Lorehorn Egg. It's evoked that for free and draw 2 cards, which is really nice. I didn't really get to punish that secret at all. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and dream and get this 3. Oh, he went to 4 cards, but yeah, stop at 3 cards, go back. So he's got those 3 cards, 0 pips total, so you hit all core cards there. So I guess Bubble's the one dreaming here. We're going through the motions a little bit. Just make sure you're set up in case something does go wrong here. He doesn't want to be too far behind on his next turn. So Encyclopedia lets him draw a card. And then the egg is free, the Egg of Distinguished Mediocrity. And I think I'll go ahead and evoke the Grum as well for 2 of Bubble's, the remaining 2 of Bubble's 3 power. Okay, he's also dreaming with Thunderdy, I believe. Star Shards, Ether Spike, and Creativity Mote. Well, rather, I was wrong. It's Knack who's dreaming, so that Creativity Mote's going to be especially impactful here. Or rather, as I just commented to Matt, if he weren't about to win, it'd be even better, but at this point, it's just excess. Unless my last gift there is a bond gift, but yeah, don't look at the length of this video here because that might not clue you into what's about to happen. So he is playing the Creativity Mode, which should refresh his counter. He's assisting with Thunderdy for that. There you go. He's got that ready for next time if necessary. And then Spell Sprite can attack me. Unless he wants to play Star Shards first. Sure, why not? So he's going to roll a d6 and distribute that many level +1 counters among Knack's creatures. And he's going to split those up or just put them all in one place. We got a level 8 Spell Sprite, attacking Searshin, and not a gift. That is the end of that battle. So it was not a super exciting battle. It was pretty much me being behind from the beginning. But that was Matt's, not his first game, but his first game with his own cards. He had previously played with me and my cards, and then he went ahead and got a Deluxe 8 starter for himself, along with some custom cards. And we do play some more games, and I do get to pull ahead and win at least one of those. I kind of forget now, and they're not recorded because, as you can tell, this handicam may not have worked out for everyone's best interests. So I decided to just do the one game recorded in this style, and hopefully if we play again, I'll bring a tripod or something like that. But yeah, for now, I did capture a couple clips from one of our other games, so we can just see what happened here, which is Matt has hit a Dispel Gift on his first turn, but he was going second, and he actually does get to Dispel Gift and dispel the highest level enemy creature on the creature that I played on my first turn, which was the Egg of Endless Magma. So I'd never seen a Dispel Gift hit a level 0 before, but we found that to be a pretty amusing opening to our second game. So here you see Petunia. This was later on in that same game. Actually, not too much long later, because this is just turn 2, actually. Matt decided to go ahead and play Petunia. So you can see at the bottom right of this card, it says alternate Quam Elemental. So Quam Elemental is a card in the base set of Rüniverse. This is the exact same card in terms of cost and effect and everything. It functions as a Quam Elemental, but it's named Petunia, and it has there the photograph of their dog, Petunia. So this is Matt's using Charity's custom card that she got from me for, like I said, if you want to get your own custom card kind of like this, let me know. We can work it out. Basically, you pay a few extra dollars for my time to set up the files. You provide me with the artwork that you want, as well as what card you want an alternate version of, and we can work on that together. But yeah, so for here, you just get to see Matt evoking Quam Elemental here. And he's paid a lot of power. Let's take a look at how many. So you pay X, you pay any amount of power you want to evoke the card, and then it gets that many level +1 counters. So it's basically just as big as you paid for it to be, just like most cards, like a level 3 is going to be 3 levels. So Petunia, you pay some amount. If you paid 3 for her, she would be 3. And I say her because here we've got Petunia. But so yeah, that's a 14. So this is a level 14 Quam Elemental evoked on turn 2. And Quam Elemental also gets face up Vim from the top of your deck equal to half of the number. So she's going to get 7 Vim. Here you can see all the mages that were assisting there. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, plus the 2 mages. So Matt drew a lot of mages and decided to go all in on turn 2 for making a giant Quam Elemental. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 total power spent, and then here you can see her 7 Vim. Now, unfortunately, he didn't get a great hit of abilities, because face up Vim do provide their abilities to the card they are Vim for, which is half of the point of Quam Elemental's ability in the first place. But that Plesiac is going to provide Ward, the Protector Wolf is going to provide Taunt, and the Ice Mantis Revoke ability, letting him return one of my creatures to my hand, is going to happen as well. We do have a couple spells and a couple mages. Oh, actually, it gets the Hypnotoad ability as well. But when you've got a level 14 creature, you usually don't want to task it for anything except for attacking. Although taking control of an enemy creature is actually pretty strong. But he ends up not using the Frenemy ability, so Sway doesn't come into effect. But Taunt, Ward was definitely relevant this game, and so was the Revoke. So Matt gets to play out the game with a level 14 Quam Elemental that he played on turn 2. So that was pretty cool to see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought of this video recording style. It was definitely weird to edit, and it was weird it made playing the game pretty hard. I'd much rather just set up a tripod and not have to worry about it. And it's probably hard to watch. I guess we'll find out together once the final edit is complete. But let me know what you think. I probably won't do it again unless people love it for some reason. The close-ups of the cards are actually kind of nice. So that's one upside. But thanks for watching. Subscribe so we can get more subscribers. Pick up your own booster deck packs or your 2-player starter set for Rüniverse. Let me know if you want to get a custom card type of thing done for yourself. Thanks for watching, and bye.